Afghani was tortured and died in a U.S. jail despite being a member of a group never classified as a terror organization. RT's Sameera Khan investigates.
Gul Rahman, captured by the CIA back in October of 2002 under suspicions of having connections to the Afghan militant group Hezbollah Islami Gulbuddin. The group was founded in the 1970s and enjoyed Western aid and funding, as it was one of the major militant groups fighting the Soviets in Afghanistan. In 1985, they were even invited to meet President Reagan in the White House. Decades later, the group's suspected member, Gul Rahman, was confined to the notorious CIA black site known as Salt Pit. To provide an understanding of Salt Pit, well, 33 of its workers have been court-martialed, and over 55 have been reprimanded for mistreating detainees. Upon arrival to Salt Pit, Rahman was immediately subjected to what the CIA calls enhanced interrogation techniques. Years after Rahman's death in prison, Hezbollah Islami signed a peace agreement with the Afghan government. Subsequently, the UN removed the group's leader, Gulbuddin Hekmatyar, from its list of designated terrorists. Hekmatyar was then pardoned and allowed to return to Kabul from exile, where he shook hands with the country's current and former presidents, earning praise from the U.S.
We consider this step clear evidence of the Afghan government's commitment to restoring peace and stability in Afghanistan, which will ultimately benefit the Afghan people.
The United States government and the United States military are willing to partner with absolutely anyone if it looks convenient and useful, even if only in the short term. The decisions of the U.S. government in terms of allies are completely realpolitik. They are not consistent or moral or based on any sort of standard. I'm not sure the U.S. government is tired of the war in Afghanistan. The United States public is sick and tired of the war in Afghanistan. The world is sick and tired of the war in Afghanistan. And God knows the people of Afghanistan, who've been through disastrous wars by the Soviet Union, by their own warlords, and by the United States and its allies have had more than enough. But I don't think that the United States is making any clear moves to get out.
So, Hezbollah Islami experienced every phase of the U.S. foreign policy cycle, making its way from allies to enemies to allies again. And Gul Rahman was just unfortunate enough to be captured during the organization's enemy phase.